So the Democratic mayor, and so this is the, let's see here. I just want to make sure that you guys have an understanding. What did she do? And so she was the one that I believe was harboring illegal aliens in her house. So the ICE facility incident. So, incident May 9th of 2025. McIver was charged with 2 counts of assaulting, resisting, and impeding law enforcement during an oversight visit to a detention facility in Newark. And so anyway, we're going to search up this person and you guys can see what they're doing, right? She punched a guard. Well, let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at the video and we'll see it for ourselves. So this is the woman that did it right here. And she's the one... Remember, she says, I'm a congresswoman, I can touch whoever I want. Yep. Oh. Oh. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. So this is the woman. Oh no, smoking on the Lamana pack. Dude, a congressional crash out. You don't see this every day. Oh my God. She wilding out. No, they can't talk to you like that, but they can do something else. Your credit, yeah. And so anyway, that's the person. So she fucked around, and now she's finding out. Has appeared before a judge virtually and has been ordered to surrender all of her firearms and is barred from leaving the country. She faces up to 8 years in prison. Man. Oh.
Congresswoman LaMonica MacIver is in Washington, D.C., not here.
Oh, bro, 8 years. Oh. Oh, it's not looking good at all. More accountability, yep. For pushing someone? For invading a federal building, pushing people, threatening to assault them, screaming at them, hitting them. Yes, 8 years, yeah. Yep. That's right. This is a civilized society, and people should be expected to act like it. That's right. No more. No more goofing around. She'll get probation. I will be very disappointed, but I will also be very not surprised. I don't think she's going to spend a day in jail, guys. I don't think it's going to happen. Now, it should happen, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Inside of the courtroom, she's going to appear virtually. She's looking at serious felony charges of assault and could face jail time. But if you ask her, she didn't do anything wrong.
No.
If you ask President Trump, he says, roll that tape, watch.
I love body cams. I do. I love them. This is, and the thing is that I remember whenever I was advocating for body cams and talking about them like over 10 years ago, and people were saying that it was just like bullshit. It's to protect the police officers, and it's also to protect your money. Like, for example, if there was no evidence of this, she could have sued these officers, and it would have been a congresswoman's word against some random grunt that works at some place. And now the government's going to have to pay her out a 7-figure salary. Now that's not happening anymore. Uh-oh.
The days of woke, no, I didn't. The days of woke are over. That woman, I have no idea who she is. That woman was out of control. She was shoving federal agents. She was out of control. The days of that crap are over in this country. We're going to have law and order.
You can see MacGyver in this red.
I want to just hear that again.
The days of that crap are over in this country.
He very clearly censored shit.
Are over in this country. We're gonna crap are over. Out of control. The days of that crap are over in this country. We're gonna have law and order.
Thank God.
You can see MacGyver in this red blazer as investigators say she was shoving and elbowing ICE agents. I went through all the court documents, Harris, and it lists that she grabbed one agent and tried to restrain him and then pushed another, striking him with her forearms. And DHS says, just look at the video. It's all there. MacGyver was with two other members of Congress, all Democrats from New Jersey. The group says they were just...
You think that somebody named MacGyver would have figured out a better way to get in? You know, like getting underneath the fence or something like that. Damn.
To check on the migrants inside. They wanted to make sure they were safe and were able to use the phone. But DHS says you can't just show up and push your way past the gates. You have to make an appointment. Democratic leadership is showing their support, though, for the Congresswoman.
Why? What the hell's wrong with y'all? What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing this shit for?
They're threatening to ramp up more oversight visits to ICE facilities, saying they're
gonna do it again? Well, that's gonna make things easy.
Not going to be intimidated by the
How
Trump...
can you defend this? It's simple. They're retarded. Duh. There's more to this story? Wait a minute. What are we missing? Isn't it weird how there's all... Isn't it weird how you can... What are we missing? Is there a historical context? She interfered with a lawful arrest. The mayor was not allowed to be there, and the Congress people that showed up, when one of the agents tried to arrest the mayor because she wouldn't leave, she prevented the arrest? So, so you're saying it's worse? Watch the Legal Eagle video? Why would I need to see anything? I can just look at the tape of it happening. This is like episode 1 of Better Call Saul. I don't need to watch a 1-hour video to see a person shaking and hitting federal officers and say them to be wrong. Where's the context where this is okay? Legal Eagle is biased and he said it himself. I don't know if he is or not. I mean, I've seen some of his videos. He seems okay to me. I mean, I don't really have an opinion that's like strong about him one way or another. Maybe I'm crazy, but that's just me. Well, if you don't want, then okay. So you're going and telling me that I'm wrong, but you can't explain that I'm wrong, but you want me to watch a 30-minute video that I'm wrong. Let me ask you a very simple question. Did she assault a federal government employee in the video that was shown or not? Did she assault a federal employee or not? Well, that was easy. Anyway.
Administration.
We know there was political reflection. We know there was political calculation. We know there was politics.
It's actually really impressive that this guy, this is the kind of guy that, like, I'm trying to think about, like, a good example of, like, what, every time he got air, yes, all he does is get mad and... Like, do you remember whenever he went on a 24-hour crash out over nothing and then nothing changed after that? And then he was doing some sit-in for something that wasn't happening? It's Timu Obama? It's not even that. He doesn't even do anything.
At play that was intending upon using law enforcement to pursue a political end.
What?
It's going to be up to the judge here in Newark, New Jersey, Harris, to set bail for MacGyver. So keep an eye on it. Keep you posted, Harris.
All right, Alexis, thank you.
Oh my God. So she got arrested and then there's the video of her popping off and it looks like obviously, you know, she had a pretty bad day. She's having a pretty bad day and 8 years in jail. Legaloo became entirely politically driven and clearly biased, not worth your time on his videos anymore. Well, I have no problem with a biased source if they're bringing forward evidence that's relevant. What's important, the source always needs to be considered, but it should never be considered as a substitute for evidence. Evidence is what matters and arguments are what matters, not the person. But it is important to know who the person is and where their sources are. Yes, I think this is a great thing. Hopefully she does go to jail. I think that if she did, that would be a huge fucking W. Massive fucking W. But we'll see if that's going to happen or not. I'm kind of, not expecting it. But we'll see what happens. Uh-oh.
I think they went after her, and I think her race has something to do with it. I'll just flat out say that. I think they went after her, and I think her race has something to do with it. I'll just flat out say that.
This problem is not going to exist in 10 years. Yep, we're not going to have this problem in 10 years. It's going to be over. Don't worry about it, guys. It's annoying right now, but this is a problem that's going to solve itself. Don't worry about it.
You're of the view, and it's my job. I'll let you finish. It's my job, Jay. Yeah, no, but it's my job to ask you to substantiate it. But you're of the view. You're of the view. Well, I'll let you finish. You're of the view that you're asserting that the Trump administration or DOJ is targeting her racially. Why do you assert that?
Because that's what they're about.
What do you mean, why? It's because that's why. Duh. That's what they're about. Obviously.
That.
Because that's what they're about. And they're trying to show it's us against them. They talk about the blood of America and the poisoning of blood. And they talk about this kind of stuff. Again, let me be very clear. I don't have any proof. But
this guy's a Democratic strategist? This guy needs to be a retirement strategist. It's time to hang it up. Go play bingo. Stop. Just stop, bro. Like, Jesus.
They talk about this kind of stuff. Again, let me be very clear. I don't have any proof, but if you...
I don't have any... all right, so let me just tell you something. This is why they did it. Well, why do you think they did it that way? Because that's what they do. Now, I don't have any proof of this. This is the Democratic strategist? Well, that explains a lot. Jesus, well, now everything makes sense. Yeah, I get it. My sources, I made it the fuck up. Yes.
You asked me, do I think that's what happened? Yes, I think that's what happened. I think if it was a white congressperson, they would not have arrested her. I'll just flat out say that, and I'm
and that's a big claim, and they would.
And that's it.
Just kind of shut the fuck up, bro. Like, what is this? Oh my God! I think their strategist. If that's their strategist, their cook. Yeah, exactly right. And that she made a statement about it. And this is earlier this month, I joined my colleagues to inspect the treatment of ICE detainees. We were fulfilling our lawful oversight responsibilities. This was her lawful oversight responsibility, okay? Was like flailing around and yelling and doing all this bullshit. And yep, there it is. My sources, go fuck yourself. Yeah, no, let me go back. I'll read the rest of it. Instead, ICE agents created an unnecessary and unsafe confrontation when they chose to arrest Mayor Baraka. The charges against me are purely political. They mischaracterize and distort my actions, and they are meant to criminalize and deter legislative oversight. The administration will never stop me from working for the people. I have a pretty good feeling that they might be able to stop you. I've got a feeling that you're gonna stop working for the people very soon. 8 years. If she goes to jail for 8 years, by the way, that would be so fucking based. Oh my god. They're pushing for all three of them. She doesn't know. She likely doesn't know that they have her on camera. No, I think she knows that. She's not stupid. The administration never stopped me. I'm thankful for the outpouring of support that I've received. And by the way, this is the outpouring of support. Let's read some of her messages. These are the replies on her Twitter account. Fuck around and find out, retard. If a sitting member of the U.S. House of Representatives is convicted of a federal crime and goes to jail, will there be a special election? Does not automatically lose their seat, so no special election is triggered. No one is above the law. Stop lying, we have it on tape. You're going to jail. The charges don't distort your actions. Nobody is above the law, LaMonica. Nobody's above the law or the BMI. But thoughts like... Nobody lives above the law or the BMI, but you thought that you could live above both. Oh, bro. Bro, he had to do it to him. Damn, man, that's bad. Oh, that's a whole lot. Okay, let's see if there's any more of this shit here. Wow. And nobody's above the law, Representative Oliver. Yeah, I guess so. Because Trump and Musk think that they're above the law. Wow. That's just too bad.